All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Silver Spoon, Season 1, Episode 8. We got the Giga Farm. And we got opening up with Aki and her opening up with you and saying that you're kind of like a horse.
He is kind of like a horse. He is shy, sensitive.
And she would like to ride him. No.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. She needs to break him first.
Anyways.
But yeah, summer break. It's still going. It's probably going to be resolving in the next episode here.
Yep, probably.
But this is interesting because while Hachiken definitely does like Aki, she is more kind of distracted by the conflicts of family expectations, the ways in which she's going to kind of have to tell them at some point of what she's really passionate about. But then also the idea that she herself is also like a horse and doesn't necessarily want to
rock the boat.
Up
yeah, and it's like she doesn't hate the idea of taking over the farm, but it's just not quite what she wants to do.
But yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. He still has the back brace. Yeah. Okay.
He's adjusted.
Oh, he fell asleep mid job.
無理しないで休みな。泊まり込みでバイトなんてしんどくて当たり前なんだから。
頑張ります。つか頑張らせてください。進路で悩んでる友達の相談に乗りたくても
He should look way dirtier.
こんな感じじゃ説得力ないから。せめてここの仕事はちゃんとやろうって。
ちょっと父ちゃん。やっぱりハチケン君、うちの婿に来てるよ。
なんでそうなるんだよ。
働き者でいいじゃない。
認めんぞ。
長英牧場の牛が脱走してきて、うちの牛と混ざっちゃった。
Shit! The worst.
Yep.
Oh,
damn.
God damn it.
俺にはどっちがどっちだか。
入部を見たらわかるべや。長英牧場のは未経産牛でこれから成長する乳房。うちのは経産牛だから母ちゃんみたいに垂れてる。
Smack that ass. Oh my god! Konryatsu. Yeah. And make it look easy. Hell yeah.
なんだ？スーパーカブ。おい、邪魔するな。
Nice.
見事。
You ate shit.
Yep.
You're hot shit. But you also slipped and
you
shit.
looked really cool right up until you didn't.
なんだこりゃ。牛の糞ってこんなべちゃべちゃなのかよ。
その声は。
おい、ユゴ、久しぶりだな。
兄貴。
No way. No
でも
way.
よ、8件だって基本性能はいいってことだろ。
Snap.
なんでここにいるんだよ、兄貴。
おふくろに頼まれたんだよ。ユゴと連絡取れないからって。
ほっといてくれよ。
今時期バイクで北海道回ってるって学生さんかなんかかい？
大学生、東京の大学に行ってるんです。
ああ、遠いところだね。
Oh.
A university in Tokyo.
やめた？
Tokyo.
ラーメン作ってる。
ラーメン？
東京で食ったラーメンがうまくってさ、これだってビビッときたね。
どれだよ。
いやー、俺みたいなのが入れるんだから東大とか大したことないっすよ。受かるための勉強法とかありましてね。
わかるか、見かけ。死ぬ気で勉強やってきて挫折した人間のライフゲージを根こそぎ持っていくこいつの言動。
This is great because it doesn't make him immediately an asshole. It's painful to hear. Because you get compared to them by other people when it's just...
And the way that he showed up and just fixed the problem with the cows.
Yeah.
豚肉切らしちゃってんだわ。そうだ。 これ使えるかね。鹿肉。
Oh.
車で跳ねたやつをハチケン君がさばいたのよ。
Yeah. That's awesome.
やるな、あいつ。お袋に電話しなくっちゃ。
No signal. Yeah.
あれ
Yep.
ああ、心配するこ
Reason why there's no signals, because she's here. This is my domain. None of you can leave, bitches.
と。まあ、楽しんでるみたいだから、当分放っといてあげてよ。
Cool.
ユーゴが学校で
Oh.
ちょっとお父さ
Oh, so the brother's actually a good guy.
なぜ大学を辞めた？
Ah.
嫌がらせ。い
Damn!
い大学入れっつったから入
Oh!
ってたでしょ
Yeah.
そっちのメンツは立てたから、あとは俺の好きなことをやらせて。
Fuck, I love this guy!
Isn't he great?
Holy shit!
ユーゴはそばにいるのか？
バイト先で仕事中だよ。
そのバイト先を教えろ。
嫌です。
Wow!
子供が頑張ってんのに、親がシャシャリ出てくるなんてやばですよね。
This is like making me think of like Boromir Faramir shit. It's golden. Only thing it's missing now is a gun.
あれこの鹿肉って。
聞いたぞ、ユーゴ。
Yeah.
鹿さばいたんだって。
So badass. Yeah.
なんだよこれも苦労してさばいた鹿肉を。
Was ruined.
心が
It looked so good though.
あらヒーバーちゃんいい食べっぷり。嬉しいね。
She
Grandma's
lost her
not gonna
sense
let-
of taste
Yeah,
25 years ago, you know.
She won't let food go to waste.
おい兄貴、仕事の邪魔すんなよな。
してないよ、失礼な。慣れたもんだな。お前動物好きだっけ？
俺だってこんな高校生活予想してなかったよ。
少し見てきたけど、いい学校じゃん、エゾの。
まあ悪い学校じゃないよ。
うまいといえば、この家の飯うまいな。全部取れたて。久しぶりにまともな飯食ったよ。
普段どうやって暮らしてんだよ。
行く先々でバイトしたりな。
ハチケン君長いことバイトお疲れ様
いや、あんまお役に立てなくてすいませんでした。
はい報酬ごめんね見物支給で
でもこの子を大きく育てばいい値で売れるから。
Oh! Wait, you thought you were getting paid? That's a good one.
牛乳も絞りたてが一番うまいんですかね。
ああ、普段は沸かして飲んでるけど、
Right.
今はあんまいよ。
それ飲んでみても。
ダメ。食品衛生法で加熱殺菌していない生乳は飽きないようにし
Yep.
ちゃいけない
It's
こと。
literally a black market thing.
ま、自己責任つうか。例えば俺が見てないところでハチケン君が勝手にバルク開けて生乳飲んじゃってもし腹壊しちゃっても俺知らねえつうか。知らねえったら知らねえ。
I love him. Yeah.
That's so good!
おおバイト早くしろ。搾乳室に牛入れるぞ。
I was.
搾乳開始っと。
学校戻るのは
あさってです。あっという間でした。
ハチケン君よく頑張ったよな。まあまあだな。バイト代弾んどっか。
バイト代か。
パイプが外れてる牛乳全部こぼれてるよいつから外れてたのこれ
さっきパイプつなぎ忘れた。
最初からか。
ってことはかなりの量捨てちまったな。500リットルってとこか。やっちまったもんはしょうがねえわ。アキ、ここきれいに流しとけ。
ぼーっとすんな。早く絞らんと残りの牛が乳房炎になる。 悩んでる暇なんてないんだよ。
Yeah.
牛乳の値段っていくらくらいするの？おはようございます。
ハチケン君何時に起きたんだ？
ちょっと早く目が覚めちゃって。仕事できるの今日が最後だから牛入れてきます。
Oh, now he's overworking to make up for the thing.
やらせとけ。
分かった、まだ帰ってなかった。
明日帰るけど何？
We're giving you a corny goodbye.
食べてもらおうと思って。
ハチケンくん、一休みするから鍋持っといで。昨日ラーメン茹でたやつ。
でも
3時のおやつよ。いいから持っといで。秋はブロック。
Yep, nice. Forcing the break so that he doesn't overwork himself and letting him treat himself to something. Oh, so sweet. Yep.
砂糖入ってんの？
Nope.
なんで兄貴がいるんだよ。
バイトクビになっちゃって。
Ah!
クビ？
ああ、で腹減っちゃってさ。
農家は苦労する分、収穫の喜びも味わえるのよ。
Oh. Makes me want to cry. Like,
I
yep, that's
know.
all I can think about. Yeah.
おいしい？おいしい？
うん、超うまい。
ほら食え。
Quick.
ほれ。
Yeah.
ありが
This
とう
is
ござ
the
いま
good
す。
shit. Oh, even hotter now, but. My heart.
ごちそうさまでした。また来ます。
うっせえ、もう食うんな。
じゃあな。
お疲れ様でした。夏休みの間本当に助かったわ。
お疲れ様。
俺受け取れません。昨日すごい迷惑かけちゃって大事な商品を大量に捨てる羽目に。
あれはしょうがないわ。一緒にいたじいちゃんと父ちゃんがチェックしなかったのも悪いもん。
だな。
この夏休みの間、君の働きについてここに入ってる金額の価値があるって私ら雇い主が認めたってことなのよ、この給料は。
たまには失敗することもあるっしょ。ただし命が関わってる時は失敗したらいかんよ。
ありがたくいただきます。
苦労して苦い思いをして手に入れた金だ。そうそうバカなことに使おうとは思わんべ。
He's gonna buy pork bowl.
賢いやつは自分の成長のために使う。男の価値は金の使い方でわかる。
Oh, damn, okay. That got me real emotional. This episode made me cry, y'all. There's some deep-seated, I think, like emotional things within me that were just like cracked open, and I was just like, oh fuck, like yeah. Because I am an older brother as well.
Oh, sure, yeah. So it's a double whammy.
I am also someone who did a lot of summer jobs, and multiple times was a klutzy, dumb motherfucker who klutzy and clumsy, really, who ended up screwing things over in many different ways, and
specifically with regards to dairy.
So this was like a really great thing where I have had some of the best people to work for over the course of my life, and this reminded me of that time when it was oh shoot, my mistake cost somebody. I think I've told this story on the channel maybe at least like 8 or 10 times. So if you know about it, you know about the Caleb fucked up the ice cream incident.
Yep.
And give you the lore at a later point potentially if it makes sense to bring it up. But I think I costed them over $1,000. And it was a thing where they not only didn't take any of it out of my pay, they encouraged me afterwards. And it was just this kind of thing of where I was like, I don't think at that point I knew my value as a person. So it was the idea that when it came right down to it, I believed that my value was based around how little of a burden I was to other people. And if I was making life easier for other people, I was a worthy man and a worthy person.
Sure.
And thus, if I was to do the opposite and be a burden for people, I was a piece of shit person or man. And this happened, I think, when I was like 17 or so. So it was a very malleable time, but it was still something where like I wanted to please these people. I actually really liked my bosses and stuff. And there's a little mom and pop shop, so also every bit counts, a lot.
Right.
But it was something where because they not only didn't, blow up at me, take it out of my paycheck or anything remotely like that, they encouraged me. I think that changed my life. I unironically think it changed my life. So like I think that was one of the first few times I remember being like, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, all right, wow. And so, yeah, it was a hell of a thing. And just to see Hachiken realizing his worth, not just as a person, because, they paid him and this is what your effort was worth, which is a cool, representation of that.
Yep.
It's also the idea that, no, Hachiken, you don't understand, like, the fact that you were willing to work so hard and give so much to us here, you didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
You're a teenager. They weren't expecting much from you. They saw so much worth and value in you that they were joking and or not joking about marrying you into the fucking family. Hachiken, you're an amazing person.
Yep.
You're not special talented like your brother, but you're an amazing person. And that's a really cool thing to see, where in the same episode they bring in the fact that the older brother, who you think, oh no, is he an extension of the family?
Right. Is he going to be an asshole?
Right. Yeah. Is he going to be another representation of something that he lords over his talent and skills over his younger brother?
Nope. Turns out it's the Boromir situation where he's like, fuck, I'm the talented one. And I got this piece of shit dad.
Yep.
Fuck. What do you do? Okay.
If anything, it feels like he intentionally drew the ire as much as he could
of the dad.
Yeah. So that things might even be better for Hachiken. Hachiken might be so, scarred from his own experiences of this that he doesn't know really how bad it was for his brother. Because usually, this is another thing, the younger kids get the best parenting.
That's true.
Parents are usually the worst with their first kid.
Because they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. But the thing is that they build the patterns upon which that they'll use in the future and stuff.
Yep.
So they did the same thing probably with the older brother.
And given that from character design, it looked like he was a decent bit older than Hachiken.
Yeah, at least 4 years older. Maybe closer to 6 or 7.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was something where Hachiken didn't necessarily see a lot of the stuff that was happening, because maybe he wasn't like old enough to the point where he could really like recognize it.
I will say though that he did call him a college student, so I don't think he's older than 22. So I would say 5 years is the top end of things.
Sure.
It's probably just that he's got I'm driving around on the motorcycle, I'm a bit dirty, I'm unshaved, you know, like he's
scraggly.
He's scraggly, yeah. I would actually put him as being only like 3 or 4 years old.
Okay.
That'd be my guess.
But
yeah, he dropped out of Todai University, which
specifically
is
to piss off. Yeah,
the Tokyo.
I loved how it was brought up of like Hachiken being like, oh yeah, or was it the brother of the?
No. He was saying like
he goes to a university in Tokyo,
and then he's like, oh,
which one?
Oh, which one?
The Tokyo U
Todai, and then the guy just goes, oh shit.
Yeah.
And so even the farmers out here in Hokkaido are like, no, that you got into one of the best schools in the country.
Right. And then he's like,
hey, and I'm making ramen. What a waste.
Yeah. And
damn.
No, it's pretty easy to get in if you just know how to study right. You can totally pass the entrance exam. And Hachiken's just like, this motherfucker.
I want to kill him.
Yeah, right.
My experience with that is always with musicians. Musicians that are geniuses, that have actual talent. They are some of the most aggravating people. They'll listen to a song once and know how to play it. They will pick up an instrument and be like, yeah, I play piano. So what are you doing with the guitar? Well, hold on.
This seems to be how it works. Yeah.
And it's like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. So annoying. God, I am hyper aware of that specific gap in talent when I tried to get good at guitar, and I realized, oh, I'm shit. Not only am I like not great in terms of the practice side of things, I do not have the ear for it. I do not. I'm really bad. But I put in like 3 years into it, so now I know a lot of what I'm supposed to do, but actual technique and all that stuff. God.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. There's something about this show where it can just have
hard work episode, yeah.
Like it's simple, it's straightforward, and yet it hits well. Like,
yeah.
But not like hard in like the usual anime dramatic sense, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. We had a great episode focusing on the idea of hard work and where its limits are and what it can mean. Yeah. So here we see that, hey, brother, he worked hard, yes, but he also is a bit talented in that regard. So he got in. Hachiken was compared to someone of good talent and probably a lot of hard work, but thus was made to suffer for it.
Right.
Then we see him here in another family situation, working really hard to please the authority figures here. What do you know? He pleases them because he's a hard worker. That's what he knows. He knows how to put his nose to the grindstone and just focus on the thing and just do it over and over again. But the thing is that they start to realize, oh, okay, so you've actually already exceeded our expectations. We don't want you to walk away from this whole family environment with a negative, viewpoint. So you can rest a little bit. Like, how are you doing with waking up at 5 in the morning? Oh, I wake up at 4 in the morning. Oh, really? Oh, great. Let's wake up even earlier then. That's good. And then it's he almost falls asleep in the middle of the fields. They're like, hey, whoa, like, are you good? Like,
like
good? We can take a break. Let's take a break.
It's the like therapeutic dealing with trauma when we don't even actively see the traumatic thing that happened, but we see the result of it because you just know, that no matter what he did at home, even if he did like blew everything else away, right, in the way that he had at the farm, if he made some equivalent mistake of that, which is simple mistake, right?
He would have either been like verbally abused, physically abused,
or all of the above,
all right,
can't come home or whatever. And then here in this situation where you have the dad that's actively like, no, he's not good enough. No, don't don't think that you
giving him the minor heirs of potentially his own father.
Right, exactly. But when the actual thing happens, immediately he's like, "Hey,
it's all good.
Yeah, let's keep working."
Yep. Don't get distracted.
Yep.
A great example of this I've seen in sports, and also it's a really cool one that's used a lot in Haikyuu. I love the way that in that show, because this show reminds me of it in a weird way.
Very similar energy.
Wholesome and passionate, and a bit zany. But the domai, basically when someone lets a block go through. Or someone, makes a mistake and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's a thing in sports where you want to get into the flow and stay in the flow. Well, mistakes are a very easy way to pull yourself out of the flow unless you're mentally trained. And this is a thing that in sports they'll talk to you a ton about, is basically having an activatable form of short-term memory loss, where you make the mistake and you press the button, you forget
delete it.
And you delete it and you just keep going. Because most people, and this is the other thing, they will have a mistake lead them into making more mistakes because they have extra pressure that they put on themselves because they believe that putting pressure on themselves makes them perform better, which it can.
But then it also turns into I focus on the mistake. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. And then you just keep doing that.
So the thing that the dad did of don't get distracted.
Yeah.
Is a very cool way to basically say, hey, it's not saying don't look at the problem. It's basically saying that there are going to be things that will keep you from your focus. And I love so much this subtle through line throughout the episode of the idea that they see Hachiken as an amazing man. And this is something that I think made me cry, but I didn't even realize fully until now I'm like talking it out. Hachiken was having his worth and value respected here in a way that he wasn't getting at home. He is having a need being met, but he doesn't even realize it. But the thing is that when you're getting respect and valued and shown worth and stuff like that, the thing that can still be a problem is then you go, but that is the reward. But then they'll come afterwards with the additional reward of, no, you still get the actual physical corn. Take it and eat it.
Right.
Oh, if you want to just drink the milk, I mean, I don't know.
Don't come to me if you got an upset stomach.
Exactly. I love that.
And then the whole full body
worship just prostrates himself. I love you. Thank you. You are a god. Yes. Like that was so good.
Yeah.
But the thing that's, I think, so beautiful about this is that Hachiken is not just being given these sweet little treats and stuff like that. It's no, you are being shown that you are valuable, that you're worthy, and then also, we're gonna give you little fun privileges and things like that.
Yep.
That's in a lot of ways what being an adult is the idea that you get seen. And children, in a lot of ways, unfortunately, in society, they're not seen. They don't get seen as valuable, or their needs are really being met because it's but I'm doing everything else for you. I put food on the table.
Right.
I cover your most basic of basic needs. You have a nice bed to sleep in. And then it's but do they feel like they're worthy as a human being?
Yep. And this is one of the other things that I loved about this.
I go off on this episode.
When the dad does hey, let's get back to work. Not only is he giving him a path forward, but he's also and addressing the specific thing that he was bringing up and calling into question, even though it was done for comedy in the episode.
Right.
But he's addressing Hachiken in the way that he knows he will be able to understand. If he did any kind of a thing that was addressing his feelings in that moment, Hachiken would feel like it was something where they weren't being real with him or were taking pity on him or anything like that, right? But instead it's hey, this is actually what we need from you in this particular situation is to keep working, because there are things that can happen if we get distracted by this, right? Yeah. So let's keep going.
Let's keep going.
And I love it.
I love it so much. Yeah.
Like the grandma may say that, the way someone spends their money is a way to, tell the measure of a person. I would say the way that they deal with failure. And I feel like in that moment, the dad, that's when like Hachiken got his full approval, right? Yeah. Because he's like, he really does feel bad that he, messed up here, right? Like, even after
I thought you were focusing on the way that the dad actually responded to the failure, like he didn't blow up at the kid.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yes, that too.
I would say it doesn't really say too much about Hachiken that he felt bad about it. I think most people would feel somewhat bad about it. I think it's...
not that it actually says something about Hachiken. From the dad's perspective, I think that's where he was like, okay, I'm
not going to get on his case about this even as a joking, like, kind of watching you thing. Yeah. He's going to take the extra step to be like, hey, short-term memory loss, boom,
let's
don't worry about it, keep going. Very, very solid episode. I did feel a little bit like, I would have loved to have a little bit more focus on Aki this episode. It felt like an opportunity for some interesting stuff there. But I guess what the story is just wanting to make a note of is that she's seeing all this.
Yeah.
She's watching.
Yep.
So, maybe nothing's happening yet, but these things all add up over time. Yeah. So, Hachiken, you're doing good.
You're doing good.
Keep it up, buddy. But, you got some money, so now go save pork bowl. Go buy.
I love how like that.
Go buy pork bowl.
Immediately went there. Like.
Yeah. He was probably. I'm gonna guess because it was about a month, right? The break was it a month?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, he was working at this farm for 3 weeks.
Okay, cool. So let's say that the 500 liters, $400 from that basically is a framework of which we can use to deduce how much money he's actually gotten from this. I would guess he got no more than $500.
Yeah.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of money. But That being said, they did say they were thinking about paying him extra.
Mm-hmm.
And while this pig is we're going to make money off this pig, it's also the runt pig. So they don't necessarily need to charge him a lot for it if he wants to buy him.
And it's a pig, not a cow.
It
right?
is a pig, not a cow. That's a very big difference. Cow be made into, big thing there. And this is the thing. This could be Hachiken's thing, is that he, starts his own farm, but it's not necessarily like a full-on, thing or whatever. It's just that he has these side projects. He's taking care of his animals and stuff.
He buys pork bull, but he's still like, I did raise you to be a slaughter pig, but at least I own your bacon. and
I decide when you die.
I will personally enjoy every bite.
I'm not giving you away to anybody else. That delightful old pork butt is mine.
Yeah.
And then he looks at the cow. The cow's like, oh. He's like, oh, fuck. But, all right.
Mm-hmm.
Got me really emotional. It was really, really sweet episode.
Yep.
Really cool stuff. But, all right, next episode. Ready. Well, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out my Persona 5 Roll Let's Play on Twitch, and if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.